Why your sleeping position changes your face. I'm going to be outlining to you exactly how the position in which you sleep every single night is silently remodeling your appearance. And no, it's not in the way that most people would think. Most people think that my appearance is determined by, in part, through how I sleep because of asymmetries, but it goes beyond that. Everyone's heard of the fact that if you sleep on one side too much, it causes lymphatic drainage to pool on that side, doesn't it? Because of gravity. And that is what makes your face asymmetric. But it isn't only that. And that's exactly what we're going to be discussing. So first, I want you to recall last night's sleep and really think about in what position did you go to bed in and how did you wake up. That difference is what you are doing subconsciously, and these subconscious changes are what is affecting your appearance. So we first need to make sure we have that dialed in. You need to prepare your body to be comfortable throughout the day and, by extension, throughout the night to be able to keep you in the same sleeping position. And you do this by strengthening your core muscles. If you have seen any successful male or female model, they all have one thing in common. And I can tell you this because I have worked inside of the modeling industry. I can tell you that this is what everyone is doing. What they're doing is strengthening their core abdominal muscles through doing ab crunches, through doing a whole multitude of different exercises at the gym and at home. And this allows their body to silently, without needing any extra thought, any forceful measures, to keep them in the correct posture. You have been using your spine this entire time to try and keep your posture right throughout the day and throughout your sleep. But it's not just your spine which stabilizes your face. There is another set of muscles, there is a whole other system, and that is your core muscles. Your abdominal muscles bring the support from the front, and this is why when you sleep, if you don't have your core strengthened sufficiently, you're not going to be able to sleep on the correct side. So what is the correct side? Sleeping on your left is so much more beneficial for you compared to sleeping on the right. Now, most of the advice that you will hear is going to be either sleep on your back or sleep on the left side. But I'm going to tell you that it's not one or the other. It's going to be mixing both. If you can only sleep in one position, do you think that's healthy for you? Do you think that's going to help your appearance? Of course not. That is not what the human body was actually designed to be able to do. You need to be able to fluctuate between sleeping on your back with complete comfort as well as sleeping on the left side. You're also going to notice that this is what actually feels most natural and what makes you feel most comfortable. So, how does this dial in with your appearance? Let's think about what sleeping on your back does. Sleeping on your back allows the drainage system to not pool on the front of your face. Imagine you're sleeping face first, stomach first. What's going to happen is all the toxins in your face that accumulate day by day, they are going to actually just stay in the face, and that's not what we want. When we sleep on the right side, what we're doing is actually hurting our digestive process. Stomach acids are going to start to travel upwards. Think about it, your stomach is asymmetric. Just like how your heart sits slightly deviated off center and how your liver actually doesn't sit in the middle, your stomach also doesn't sit in the middle. So when you sleep on the left, you're actually allowing all of the stomach acid to stay within the stomach bag. But when you sleep on the right, you're preventing that. You're making that same stomach acid travel up and literally burn your throat. This is not good for you by any means. So, now that we understand sleeping on your back is going to be beneficial for you and sleeping on your left side, what else are we going to add on to that to improve your appearance? Well, let's move on to step 2. Step 2 is going to be leveraging something called homeostasis. Your body, to keep you healthy and to keep you having a correct well-being state, it undergoes a continuous process throughout the entire length of your life called homeostasis. And if we separate the word into two components. We know homeo, to do with you, basically, and stasis, to keep you in a position. So, every time that you feel your body temperature rising, what happens? Well, you begin to sweat. And every time that you feel your body temperature begin to lower, what does your body do? Well, it makes you shiver to try and regain that lost temperature. Likewise, we know that the body always tries to maintain itself in the most healthiest position, doesn't it? Because your health makes up your well-being, and your well-being makes up your appearance. And guess what your appearance makes up? Your appearance makes up your freedom. Appearance quite literally gives you freedom, and your sleeping position is what links this together. So, we know that homeostasis is a very important part for your health. But let's leverage it with sleep for your appearance. If you are sleeping in too hot of a climate, which means that your room is too hot, you're not able to effectively cool your body down, the consequences are multifold. This is going to be one of the most underspoken about, yet hugely important components of your sleeping cycle. Because if your body's temperature is too high while you're sleeping, you're not going to be able to rest effectively, and that's going to make your face have that puffy look. Why do you think male and female supermodels all have that same attractive look? Because looking attractive simply means having good well-being. It's as simple as that. And having good well-being requires a meticulous understanding of your specific case, doesn't it? I can tell you that the range of 16 degrees Celsius to 19 degrees Celsius is most optimal. But that is what the studies have found, what the academic literature has proven. But what academic literature has proven is quite frankly not going to be the same for each specific case, each individual, is it? You and I both know that to be true. Think about all of the clients who I would have worked with in the past. You may or may not have seen them, but their lives have transformed the same way that my life transformed. I went from being someone who would be made fun of for his appearance to now being a signed model, to now transforming other lives. So I'm telling you that it's not as simple as just following these steps to get you to your genetic limit. It requires something else. And that something else is what I spent 4 years of my life actually deducing and creating into a system, the Levy system. And if you want to begin transforming your life, click on the link that I have put right below this video, and then watch the video on the Levy system so you can see for yourself my own transformation, the lives that I have transformed, and how I can transform your life. I'll see you inside.